Long ago, at the beginning of the world, after Adam and Eve left the beautiful Garden of Eden, they started a new life on earth. Life was not easy anymore. They had to work hard to grow food, build shelter, and survive. But even outside the garden, God still watched over them. In time, Adam and Eve had two sons. The first was named Cain, and the second was Abel. As they grew older, the brothers became very different from one another. Cain became a farmer. Every day he worked the soil, planting seeds and growing crops. He was strong and hardworking, and the fields depended on his care. Abel, on the other hand, became a shepherd. He looked after sheep, guiding them to green grass and protecting them from danger. Abel was gentle and patient, spending long quiet hours in nature. Both brothers knew about God, and both wanted to bring him offerings to show gratitude. One day, Cain gathered some of the food he had grown from the land and brought it as an offering to God. Abel also prepared an offering, choosing the very best from his flock, the firstborn and finest of his sheep. When God looked at the offerings, he accepted Abel's gift with favor. Abel had given with a sincere and thankful heart. But Cain's offering was not accepted in the same way. Cain became very upset, his face grew dark with anger, and jealousy began to grow inside him. Instead of asking why or trying to do better, he allowed his feelings to take control. God spoke gently to Cain and said, "Why are you angry? If you do what is right, you will be accepted. But be careful, anger is like something waiting at your door. You must learn to control it." God was giving Cain a chance to change his heart, but Cain did not listen. One day, while the brothers were out in the field together, Cain's jealousy became too strong. In a moment of anger, he turned against Abel and harmed him. Abel fell, and the peaceful bond between brothers was broken. The earth became silent. Later, God called to Cain and asked, "Where is your brother Abel?" Cain answered, "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" But God already knew what had happened. Nothing can be hidden from him. God told Cain that his actions had consequences. Because of what he had done, the ground would no longer easily produce crops for him. Cain would become a wanderer on the earth. Cain was afraid. He worried that others might harm him as punishment. But even then, God showed mercy. God placed a mark on Cain, not as shame, but as protection, so that no one would take revenge on him. Cain left and began a new life far away. The story of Cain and Abel teaches an important lesson about the human heart. God does not only look at what we give, He looks at how and why we give it. Jealousy, anger, and comparison can grow quietly inside us if we are not careful. But we are always given a choice, to let negative feelings control us, or to choose kindness, humility, and growth. Cain was warned before he made his mistake. The story reminds us that listening to wisdom and correcting our hearts early can change our future. Most importantly, it asks a powerful question: are we our brother's keeper? The answer the story encourages is yes. We are meant to care for one another, protect one another, and live with love instead of jealousy. And even when people make mistakes, God's mercy still exists alongside justice.